Srimad Bhagvatam, 7th canto, 5th chapter, 30th verse. Shri Prahlad Uvacha Matir Na Krishne Parata Svato Va Mita Avipajeta Griha Ratanam Adanta Gobhir Vishatam Tamishram Punas Charvita Charvananam Shri Prahlad Uvacha Matirna Krishne Parato Svatova Matirna Krishne Parato Svatova Matirna Krishne Parato Svatova Matirna Krishne Parato Svatova Mito Bhipajeta Griha Vratanam Mito Bhipajeta Griha Vratanam Mito Bhipajeta Griha Vratanam Mito Bhipajeta Griha Vratanam Adanta Gobhir Vishatam Tamishram Adanta Gobhir Vishatam Tamishram Adanta Gobhir Vishatam Tamishram Adanta Gobhir Vishatam Tamishram Punak Punascharvitanam Punak Punascharvita Charvananam Punak Punascharvita Charvananam Punak Punascharvita Charvananam Punak Punascharvita Charvananam
Prahlad Matinna Krishne Parato Satova Mithu Vipadhita Grihabhratana Adanta Gobhi Visadang Tamisham Puna Punaschar Vitacharvanana. So, we are trying to spread this Krishna consciousness movement. It is very difficult task because people are so much addicted to material enjoyment that they do not like this movement, Krishna consciousness. Although this is the objective, aim and ultimate goal of human life, how to revive our Krishna consciousness. Since we have forgotten Krishna, Krishna means God. Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam. This is the verdict of the Vedic literature, that people are searching after God, making great research work to find out what is God. Most people, they are not interested in God. At the present moment, especially in this Kali Yuga, they are not interested in God consciousness. Why they are not interested in God consciousness? That is stated in Bhagavad Gita. Namang duskritina mudha prapadanti naradhama maya aparhita jnana asuri bhavamas. Krishna says these classes are men, namely, first is the duskritina. Duskritina means always engaged in sinful activities. Kriti means very meritorious. very intelligent, kriti, this word. But duskriti, their merit is being utilized in sinful activities. They are called duskriti. They could be utilized for making this life perfect, but instead of doing that, they are engaged in sinful activities. Sinful activities mean sense gratification. Sense gratification, that when one becomes very much addicted to sense gratification, the symptoms are very prominent in this age. Everyone is working very hard simply for sense gratification. And as soon as you take this life of sense gratification, you are sure to commit sinful activities. For example, throughout the whole world, there are so many breweries manufacturing liquor, especially in the Western countries. You'll find so many. The advertisement, liquor advertisement, whiskey advertisement, cigarette advertisement, and what to speak of slaughterhouse. There are many, many hundreds and thousands of slaughterhouses. And innocent animals are being killed all over the world unnecessarily. People can live with food grains that is allowed for the all living entities. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Annad bhavanti bhutani. Simply by growing food grains, both the animals and the man, they can live very happily. You can grow food grains very easily. I have seen in the Western countries, they are growing food grains for the animals, and the food grains are eaten by the animals, and the animal is eaten by man. They are producing food grains, and what is the statistics that the animal eating food grains, the same time, the same amount of food grains can be eaten by so many men.
The acreage for a cow to eat requires so many acres for that one cow, and then that cow is slaughtered and it only feeds a few men, whereas that same acreage could feed hundreds of men.
So these things have to be noted, how they are engaged in sinful activities. And the solution is given in the Bhagavad Gita, that produce food grain. Annad bhavanti bhutani. So I see in your this Mauritius land, you have got enough land to produce food grains. You produce food grain. I understand that instead of growing food grains, you are growing sugarcane for exporting. Why? And you are dependent on food grains, on rice, wheat, dal. Why? Why this attempt? You first of all grow your own eatables. And if there is time, and if your population has got sufficient food grains, then you can try to grow other fruits and vegetables for exporting, the first necessity is that you should be self-sufficient. That is God's arrangement. Everywhere there is sufficient land to produce food grain. Not only in your country, I have traveled all over the world, Africa, Australia, and other, America also. There are so much land vacant that if we produce food grain, then we can feed 10 times as much population as at the present moment. There is no question of scarcity. The whole creation is so made by Krishna that everything is Purnam, complete. Purnamidam, Purnamada, Purnat Purnamudachyati, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnameva avasishyati. If we don't produce food grain, you require it, and put unnecessarily men into scarcity, there is sin. There is sin. Everything, every instruction for our happy life and to advance in Krishna consciousness and make life perfect. Unfortunately, we do not know what is the perfect life. Therefore it is said here, punah punachar vitacharvanana, chewing the chew. If we don't make our life perfect, perfect means stop this business of chewing the chew. Punah punachar vitacharvanana. Now suppose we have got this human form of life. Now, by our pious activities, we may be elevated to the higher planetary system, Sargolo, heavenly planet. But what we shall gain there? The same sense gratification in higher standard, that's all. Just like sense gratification is there in the society of the cats and dogs, sense gratification is there in one country, in another country, but the arrangement is maybe little different. But the pleasure of sense gratification is the same. Either you enjoy it as a dog, as a human being, or as a demigod. The sense gratification, pleasure is not different, it is the same. So, we are in this material world, we are changing our body, tatha dehantara prapti, and enjoying sense gratification. That is called punah punachar vitacharvana. Again, chewing the chew. I have tasted it in this life or that life. Again I am trying to that. So this business, when we are disgusted with this business, that is called knowledge. So that knowledge and that renunciation or detachment can be achieved only by Krishna consciousness. Only by Krishna consciousness. It is clearly stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Janma karmam cha me divyam jujanati tattva. If you simply study Krishna in truth, then takta dehang punarjanma naiti mameti kon. Then the result will be that after giving up this present body, he will not have to accept another material body. Have to accept another material body, that is called punacharvitacharvana. Either I get this human form of body, I either get as the body of a dog, or either I get the body of a demigod. The business is the same. Ahara nidra bhayam. Eating, sleeping, and sex life and defense. Don't think that the heavenly planet, they are very safe. We have got information from Bhagavatam. Lord Indra is always perplexed. So many demons disturbing, the fighting is going on. Although they have got a long duration of life, 10,000s of years their duration of life. And their 1 year, their 1 day is equal to our 6 months. So, in this way, our life is being spoiled, and it can be stopped only by Krishna consciousness. But this Krishna consciousness, Prahlad Maharaj saying that this Krishna consciousness cannot be achieved by grihabhratana. Grihabhratana means those who are interested in this family life or sense gratification life. For them it is very difficult. The talking was going on between the father and the son. The son is Prahlad, he is a devotee, and the father, Hiranyakashipu, he is materialistic person, he is interested in money and woman. So this is the difference between devotee and non-devotee. So father was challenging his son, where you got this Krishna consciousness? So his son replied flatly that Matinna Krishne Parato Satoba. My dear father, this Krishna consciousness cannot be achieved by speculation or by hearing from others. Matinna Parata means hearing from others. And Sataha, Sataha means personally by mental speculation or philosophical speculation. Mitho, Mitho means by congregational meeting, by conference. Why? The grihabhratana. If one is addicted to this material way of life, he cannot understand or cannot be convinced about Krishna consciousness. In the Bhagavad Gita also, it is said that bhogaisajya prasaktanam taya purhita cetasa doshatmika buddhi samadhona adhigacchati. Those who are too much attached for materialistic way of life means a sense gratification. Materialistic way of life means sense gratification. What is the difference between a spiritual life and material life? These boys from Europe and America, they are adopted the spiritual life, means they have stopped the process of sense gratification. No illicit sex, no meat eating, no gambling, no interest. This is materialistic way of life. Otherwise, what is the difference between this life and that life? So, if we stick to the materialistic way of life, it will be very, very difficult to understand this Krishna consciousness movement. Matinna Krishne paratho sathova mitho vipaddita grihabhratana. Why? Adanta gobhi. Adanta means uncontrolled. Uncontrolled. Our senses are uncontrolled. This morning, while I was walking on the beach, we found so many things. The capsule of the Coca-Cola, cigarette butts, and so many other things. So, what is the necessity of this Coca-Cola? You don't find all these things in our society. We don't drink Coca-Cola, we don't drink Pepsi-Cola, we don't smoke. So many things which are selling in the market in huge quantity by advertisement, by victimizing the poor customer. But they are called unnecessary things. There is no need of such things. But adanta gobhi, because the senses cannot be controlled, they are making business. They are making business. Unnecessary. So we have to control the senses. If we really want spiritual life, if we really want to be free from these material clutches, then we have to learn how to control the senses. That is wanted. That is the purpose of human life. That is the purpose of human life. Human life is not meant for imitating the life of cats and dogs and hogs. That is not human life. This morning there was press representative, so they came here to take some information. Our first information is that we are trying to bring human being to the standard of human being from the standard of cats and dogs life. This is Krishna consciousness. Cats and dogs life means this adanta go, uncontrolled senses. That is cats and dogs life. It is like one dog, one female dog is surrounded by 1 dozen male dogs. Why? Adanta govi, they cannot control their senses. On the street they are having sex. They cannot control the senses. Adanta govi. So human life means control the senses. That is human life. If you remain like cats and dogs, adanta govi, without controlling the senses, then where is the difference between dog and you? There is no difference. Actually, that is being accepted at the present moment. The so-called civilization means to allow the senses to enjoy as far as possible. This is advancement of civilization. This is the same example. Just we can be very happy by eating the food grains which must we have to produce either for me or for the animal. Without producing food grain, you cannot even eat the meat, because they want food grains, they want vegetable. So you have to produce. But because we have uncontrolled senses, instead of eating the grains, we are eating the animals. This is called adanta goli. We do not consider that the life which I am killing for my subsistence, it is eating grain, and I can also eat grain. So why shall I commit this sinful life by killing another living being? You cannot do that. You are not allowed to kill even an ant. Just like in any state, suppose one man is useless, he is not doing anything. So you cannot kill. The state will take step. You will have to be hanged. You cannot say that this man was useless, it has no utility for the society, therefore I have killed. No. That is consideration of the human being. That is man-made law. But God-made laws, any living being, if you kill, the same punishment. But that we do not know on account of our uncontrolled senses. Adanta govi visatangtam sam. We do not know that by killing innocent animals, we are going to the darkest region of hellish life. Actually, that is happening now. Hellish life. The child is in the womb of the mother. It is hellish condition with stool, urine. It is floating, and there also the life is not safe because of the modern advanced civilization, the child is being killed even by the mother. This is going on. So we do not know subtle laws of nature, subtle laws of God, how things are happening, how things are going on. And without knowing these facts, our human life is spoiled. So the Krishna consciousness movement is trying to convince, educate people the value of life, how the process of living conditions are going on. Not we have manufactured all this. It is received from the Vedas. Vedas means the book of knowledge. Veda means knowledge. Vetti Veda Vida Jnana. Jnana means knowledge. So human life is made for taking knowledge, jnana, jnana vairagya. So Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayodita Janayati Asu Vairagyam. When we understand we are now implicated in so many sinful life, and we have to reap the result, we have to suffer for it. In Dehantara Prati, we are not going to die. Na hannati hannamane sarire. It is not that everything, the atheists think like that. When this body is finished, everything is finished. That is not the fact. There were atheists in India also. They say, Bhasivhutasya dehasya kuta punaragamanam bhave javad jive sukham jive. That is the atheistic theory. Actually, that we are not, I would say, this subjected to death. Na jayate namyate va. We are not subjected. We are simply changing the dress, this body, but as soul, I am eternal, you are eternal. And on account of our uncontrolled senses, unbridled senses, we are changing different types of body. Suppose I am now human being, I am enjoying life very nicely, but if next life I become a dog, a street dog, we can see how miserable life it is. And even I become a very powerful, a strong animal, a tiger or a lion, that is still, it is miserable life. Miserable life. So long we shall be in the material world, changing different body, it is miserable. Klesada, asadeha, any body, it is klesada, painful, miserable. The Shastra says, Nunam pramatta kuruti vikarma, jadindriya pritaye aprinoti, nasadu manne jato atmanoyam, asannapi klesade asadeha. People have become mad, pramatya, and doing all sinful activities. Nunam pramatta kuruti vikarma. Vikarma means sinful activities. And why they are doing so? Just indriya pritaye aprinoti, simply for sense gratification. There is no higher aim, only sense gratification. The Shastra says, nasadhuvaya, this is not good. Why? Because on account of our sinful activities, we have already got this painful, miserable condition life, this body. And if we still go on like that, then again we shall get such body and suffering. This is sense, this is jnana. Every one of us, we are trying to be happy without any suffering. That is the aim of life. Anandamaya Bhyasa. We are living beings, part and parcel of Krishna. Our nature is to become happy, pleased, joyful. But this is not the way of becoming happy, joyful and enjoy pleasure. This is not the way. The way is different, that is Krishna consciousness. So everyone should be very serious to accept this process of Krishna consciousness, not only personally, but teach others, state-wise, family-wise, community-wise, so that we may not be envious to our dependent. We should be liberal. So give them the proper chance to understand Krishna consciousness so that they make their life happy and attain the stage of eternity. We are eternal. Na hannate hannamane sarire. Simply by changing body. It is a great science. But unfortunately there is no teaching in the school, college or university. Simply we are in darkness. If we keep people in darkness and advertise that we are advancing, it is another type of cheating. So people should understand the value of life, the science of life, that tatha dehantara prapti, we are changing this body, and the samples of body, 8,400,000 forms of life. Just like the trees are standing in our compound, they cannot move an inch. Is that very good life? So if I am asked to stand at a place for 5 minutes, it becomes troublesome. And they are standing for 5,000 years. Just see the punishment. There are so many forms of life. There is no science to understand why there are varieties of life. Why this tree standing in front of me in miserable condition and I am sitting in this room very comfortably. It is also life, I am also life. Why? Who is arranging for this different status of life? These are to be understood, and everything is there clear in the Bhagavad Gita. If you take to Krishna consciousness, study Bhagavad Gita, and then after studying we study Srimad Bhagvatam, then our life is successful. So every father, every state, every guardian, every guru, everyone, relative should educate his dependent in Krishna consciousness to give them chance to be liberated from this bondage of miserable condition of material life. Thank you very much.
Est-ce que dans notre quand on enfin je veux dire quand nous allons mourir serait une extrait. Vous voulez dire réincarnation? Le réincarnation. Is it true that when you die, when you're going to die, you get another life? Reincarnation.
Yes. You do not believe in this?
No, I haven't. For the moment, I don't believe in it because you see, when you die, you are not. When you have been died.
You are dying every moment.
Lorsque vous êtes.
You are dying every moment. Do you know that?
Yes, I know.
You know it?
Even when you die.
No. Why you are dying every moment, not when you die. You are dying just like you are, what is your age?
I'm 22.
22. Since your birth you have died already 22 years. Do you know that? Suppose if you live for 80 years, out of that 22 years minus, that means you have already died 22 years. Is it not?
Alors, si on meurt, le réincarnation, comment devenons-nous? How does reincarnation happen when one dies?
And first of all you have to admit this, that since your birth you have already died 22 years. Do you admit or not?
Vous venez vous dire que est-ce que vous êtes d'accord que 22 ans c'est déjà mort pour vous? Si vous êtes au bout de votre existence, il y a 22 ans qui est parti. C'est
You-
la vérité.
Then why do you say when I die? You have already died. It is less intelligence only that you cannot understand that you have died 22 years. Yeah. That is the ignorance. So it is just like bank balance. You have got 100,000 rupees and you are drawing. That means bank balance is decreasing. So you are destined to live, say, for 100 years. Out of that 22 years, you have already died. So why don't you understand that you are dying every moment? So now, if you have understood,
No, you see, I think I better help than the Rohini. He speaks more French than English. He is from Rohini. Ce qu'il veut vous dire que c'est comme vous avez du bon enfant, vous avez déjà tiré les chaînes, utilisé les chaînes. Alors la parole a déjà diminué. Alors vous voulez savoir, vous dites que la réincarnation, c'est ça, non. The gentleman wants to know that about reincarnation, whether after death we come back.
that it is a common sense.
Yes.
You are a child. So that body is dead. Now you are a young man. So is it not incarnation?
Voilà ce que je veux vous dire, que c'est le même, vous êtes la même personne. Auparavant vous étiez un bébé, vous avez grandi, l'âme est restée le même. Right? The same body, in different stages in life.
Not the same body. Not the same body.
No, sorry. It's the same soul and the body alters. The different stage in the structure, that's come the star.
Brahmananda become this.
Mais l'âme est le même.
Become this. It is not the same body.
Le corps change.
When
Le corps
When-
change, mais l'âme elle reste.
Eh bien, pouvez-vous poser une question? Par exemple, la famille.